of entry, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, they'll throw. And Thomas has it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second down, loss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Room here to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. Off to Thomas on the left side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. These two teams all tied after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They run the counter. Loss. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go. 50, Mike 50. Hey, Mike's 50. Let's go, defense.
Back to throw again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Here we go.
Gibson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's taken down inside the 30. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. 7 yards to pick up there. 3 yards remain for second down. They'll look to throw here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. First and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Hey, 50's a mic, 50's a mic. Mike 50.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll buy some time right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington has taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
He'll drop to throw. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on first down. Loss. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
I'm coming after you. 50 off the line. 50.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And here's a give to Gibson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Second and 11. There he goes inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Eagles. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the Washington 17, Eagles 14.
On 1st down, lost. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Back to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's their quarterback. touchdown number 18 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Washington 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Gibson here complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
11 more yards. That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back. 51.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On third down, loss. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. 66 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Washington 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From their own 40 to the other 40, the gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's back to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Second and 3. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Oh, interesting. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.